Today, we'll be installing blind spot cameras from my ancient 2016 Sienna. I love driving this car, but can't stand the blind spots on the sides. It is extra terrible driving at night or in the rain. I could buy a newer minivan with blind spots sensors, but that doesn't make any sense at all. That's wasteful at least $20,000, right? So you can imagine my delight when I found out blind spot cameras that can be retrofitted onto old cars exist. It seems there are ultrasonic sensors as well, but the reviews are terrible. They gave out false alarms or beep randomly, and that's not good. For this video, I actually got the 5 inches for the driver side and the 7 inches on the passenger side. Inside the 7-inch model, you got the 7-inch screen. Pretty big, right? That's why I didn't want it on the driver side. Otherwise, it'll be a huge distraction. Here's the camera itself, so you can see that from here to here, from top to bottom, it's about 1.5 inches. It'll be sticking out of your car about 1.5 inches. It's not too bad, right? Instruction manual here. I try to understand, but this doesn't make any sense at all. Here are various ways to mount the screen in place. You got the suction cup, mats that you can stick with double side taped to the dashboard. More stuff to mount the base of the 7-inch screen. This is the tool that you definitely need to adjust the camera rotation. I have no idea what the small black plastic piece is for. Again, the manual was not that good at all. I already opened the box, so that's why you're seeing a bunch of stuff laying around. There are 3 ways you can power up the whole unit. You got the cigarette adapter. You can hardwire it using fuse tap or directly to the battery if you want to. This is the little sleeve to protect the cable between the door hinges. Honestly, I didn't like this at all just because it's so flimsy. Here's the extension cord for the video, and you'll see that later on. Of course, they provide a double-sided tape to stick the camera to your car. On the outside of your vehicle, this is the adapter for the back of the camera. On the back of the display, just align it and then slide it up. There you go, it's now in position. Now, before you install this onto your vehicle, I highly recommend that you test everything to make sure that it is indeed working. So here we go, we got the display. This is one cable. We're going to power up the whole unit via the USB cable. This basically converts 5 volts to, I believe, 12 volts needed to power up the display and camera. Grab one of this cable. You'll see that it is red and black. So we're going to power it up into the red. This cable right here connects to the camera. Orientation matters, so make sure that you follow the arrow. I know you probably can't see it on camera, but there are arrows there. And now on the other end, there's only one cable, one end. This feeds into the display, the 7-inch display. Again, orientation matters. There we go. Let's connect this into the USB power bank. This is such a great one from Anker. And there we go, we can see the camera now. In the back of the display, there's a bunch of buttons, so you can play around with all of the settings. The menu button is right here. The plus and minus icon to adjust settings. This is the power button right here. Let's look at the menu. You got very basic stuff. If you need to flip the image back and forth, like that, then play around with the mirror mode. Now we can confirm everything is working. Let's install this into the car. By the way, I forgot to mention that this yellow to yellow is basically an extension cable. So if you need to, Then go into this end right here, the end with the black and red, disconnect it right here, and connect the yellow end. Let's test one more time. Here we go. Very good. I don't know why the first time it blanks out like that, but it appears automatically by itself up again. By the way, this is kind of interesting, isn't it? I don't know if you see it on camera, but there's a loop, and I have no idea what it is. Should I cut the loop or not? No idea. There's something about it in the instruction manual, but it doesn't make any sense to me. If you do know what it is, please let me know. Installing on my Sienna was super easy. The camera has only one cable going in here. The display also have one cable, and I'll hide it into this groove right there. In the box, there are two types of stand. Well, actually three if you count the suction cup. Here's one of it, and lifts the screen a lot higher than I wanted to, so I just swap it over to this one, which is much lower. The cables are routed through into the weather stripping share with the dash camera. It's hard to squeeze two thick cables into the weather stripping. They go down, and then over, and then finally into the anchor power adapter. Let's take a cruise and see how the 5 and 7 inches perform. Overall, I really like them. Installation for both took less than 20 minutes. Hopefully this video gives you the confidence you need to install this blind spot camera. I really appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and thanks for watching.